name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is November 8th, 2025. It is 3:52 a.m. So I was reading some of the comments under my videos, and I thought I shared this comment with you. Thank you, Pew, for all you do for the Sussexes. Much appreciated. It's no easy feat to keep at this consistently. Also appreciate your prayers. I always add that the eyes of the deceived be open, because there are some out there who just believe everything the evil firm and their minions put out there. Yeah. So when I came across this, this type of comment made me want to continue sharing them with you, because I know there are some people who are not on Twitter, and because I know there are some of you who don't plan on being on Twitter. Not many of you can deal with the negativity that Twitter sometimes be putting out there. So when I read that, I thought I truly appreciate that, to keep you on the loop what Harry and Meghan are doing, because the people who hijack mainstream media will not be sharing some of these things, that the good things that Harry is doing. All right, so thank you for this comment. All right, so when I turned on my computer, I went on X, obviously, and if you go on APTS Sussex, there are some stuff that I put on my community board I probably will not put on this video, because I just don't know what to say. This one in particular. Just read what they say here. The thing that goes in my mind to say, I probably will give myself work to, when I'm editing, removing them. So go on my community board. There are some tweets that I put there I will not be featuring in this video. All right, so the first tweet. Alright, so this one I just saw and I added. I don't know how old it is, if it's a new or old video. So it was posted the 7th, yesterday. Meghan Suit's dad called her shameless hack. The Suit father from the show? I don't think so. The guy, what's his name? Something... Donnell, I forgot his real name. He always speak positive about Meghan. Okay, let's listen to this. It's only 13 seconds.
It sounds like you sound like Angela, with respect, you sound like a troll. You sound like a social media troll. Everything you can point out that's incorrect.
Very rude. You don't call someone a troll with respect. That's without respect.
No, it is with respect. It is
let
with
me
respect.
talk about.
It sounds like you sound like.
It's playing again. This sounds kind of old. That gentleman is not Wendell Pierce. Angela Levin is, however, a troll. Who said Wendell Pierce? Okay, so this is the guy, the actor who played Meghan's father on Suit. There are things that I see him talk about, videos that I come across, old videos. He always speak positively of Meghan. This is a lie. What's a lie? She's a big bag old hag, unloved troll. She needs to shut up. Okay, so let's leave that alone. It's not true. Wendell Pierce, I never come across any videos or any interviews where he speak ill of Meghan. That's William and Brazil. No matter where we live, he says, as he moves into his 4th home with 20 bedroom and a helipad. All right, so this is what she retweeted. Now, Prince William at COP30 Climate Summit, the melting of polar ice, the loss of the Amazon, the disruption of ocean currents, these are not distant threats. They are fast approaching and will affect every one of us, no matter where we live. There is a tweet that I came across from, what's this a journalist, a true journalist. I think she's from Iran or something like that. Christiana Amanpour. I think I put it on my community board a couple days ago, and I tried to look for it to put it on my list. At that time, I think I was at on my phone or something when I saw it, but I never got a chance to put it on the list where she described. Let me pause and see if I see it on my community board. Okay, so I found it on my community board. What I did here, I typed the first few sentences from that screenshot, and let me go on Twitter, see if I could find it. I just added these, all right, on the list. I just saw them and I added them. Not that, this. All right, so let me see if I could find the Christiana Amanpour thing. Let me pause and see. That's not what I... Oh, she's interviewing him. Okay. But the thing that I'm looking for is that screenshot where what she tweeted. This is Christiana Amanpour who's interviewing William. So we'll get back to this. All right. Where was I? I was saying something about Christiana Amanpour was saying that William's Earth shot is not... Where is it? Let me just read it. Oh, it won't go. All right, so this is what I could say. Earthshot price is not philanthropic, Prince William tells me. Instead, it's about commercial products that are going to make life better. They are going to create jobs. They're going to do incredible things for the planet, and they're going to make our lives better and healthier. There are tweets that I come across where somewhere in the Amazon, they're cutting trees to make ways for wood, I think. I didn't even have that on my list. Let's listen to this. I'm all over because I haven't been recording quite some time, so I'm trying to orient myself. So this is what William said here in this video, and right after that, I will share this with you because I just saw it. All right, let's listen to this.
Father, the King, talking about the power of nature and the importance of harmony in the natural world. A subject he has championed for over 5 decades. It's a privilege to also represent him here today, as well as everyone else who has championed this cause for so many years. All of us here today understand that we are edging dangerously close to the Earth's critical tipping points, thresholds beyond which the natural systems we depend on may begin to unravel. The melting of polar ice, the loss of the Amazon, the disruption of ocean currents. These are not distant threats. They are fast approaching and will affect every one of us, no matter where we live. I grew up with my father, the King.
Okay. So many things to say about this because this is just bullshit this guy is putting out in comparison to what they are doing. This is word salad. These are the things people want to hear, but what he and the royal family are doing are completely opposite. Anybody putting anything there? All right. Let's see. He is a future king and a billionaire. That's the problem. Don't forget the acreage of public land he's condoned off and closing down of a children environment center so he and his family can have privacy and seclusion. That's the BS here. How do you describe the reaction to William's speech when you see at, what's that? Tom Sykes groveling in the comment section telling people to support your hypocrisy and give you grace. You know you messed up big time. Eco warrior while using helicopters more than you use your feet, LOL. Is that his fifth house? Climate hypocrite, really? Oh my God. So let's listen to this. Let me pause to put it on the list. I was just looking at the caption here. It's the same thing on the screenshot that I put on my community board. See, it ends with healthier. Okay, they're going to make our lives healthier, lives better and healthier. It's the same caption here. Oh, it is. I thought it was something else, but never mind. Why did I think it's different? This is exactly what I put on my community board. Okay. Earthshot Price is not philanthropic, Prince William tells me. Instead, it's about commercial products that are going to make life better. They're going to create jobs, they're going to do incredible things for the planet, and they're going to make our lives better and healthier. You know what I get from this? It seems like it's almost like Archewell, when Archewell has different subsidiaries under the main Archewell. So there's Archewell, the company itself. Under Archewell, you have Archewell Foundation, which is the non-profit, okay, where Harry and Meghan do their philanthropic work, shadow boat thing. There's Archewell Production, which is the media. Let me go back. The Archewell Foundation, it's, like I said, non-profit. This is where they do their charitable work. And then there's Archewell Production, which is a for-profit. Okay, this is where they make their income and things like that. And then there's Archewell Audio, that's the podcast and things like that. What I get from this, just reading the what the caption says here, it seems like all of a sudden Earthshot Prize is turning into what Archewell, the company, is. They don't I don't know, I don't follow him that well to understand it in a detailed way, but it seems like it's turning into a commercial kind of thing, which is what Christiana Amopour said. But let's listen. It's 1:29.
What about storytelling? One thing I as a journalist see is that many powerful leaders, both political and in fact industry leaders, tend to roll back climate progress, tend to demonize it, weaponize it, let's say. Obviously they have a vested interest, but do you think there's a dearth of this kind of storytelling that we've heard today, these kinds of positive reinforcements? And I wonder what your view is on that, and what you tell your own young children about climate and planet care.
I think exactly on that last point, Christian, it's really important that the next generation believe there is change coming and there is hope that things can change and get better. I've always believed in that positivity and that positive message. But I think I'm inspired by these guys. That's what gets me up in the morning when I think about Earthshot. That's what's given me the motivation and the energy to keep going. And the community that's come around them has been truly phenomenal. I'd like it to be bigger, and at many points this is a rallying call for those businesses and those people who are out there who may not have had contact with the Earthshot Prize before, may be interested. They need to come and meet these people, because once you've met them and you've heard them, you realize this is not anything that's it's not philanthropic, it's not a nice thing to have. They're commercial products that are going to make life better. They're going to create jobs, they're going to do incredible things for the planet, and they're going to make our lives better and healthier.
What? The last few parts, it's a commercial product, but I thought it was a philanthropic kind of thing. Oh my God. Let's see it from here.
May be interested. They need to come and meet these people, because once you've met them and you've heard them, you realize this is not anything that's it's not philanthropic, it's not a nice thing.
It's not philanthropic, but I thought that's what it was. There's a part that he said here about listening to the young kids. This is something Harry have said in the Obama Foundation, where he said we have to listen to the kids. They have a better solution and they have a quicker way of answering the problem. That's from Harry.
I've been a pessimist many times because of the work that we end up doing. You can be surrounded by negativity sometimes. But as I said just now, the younger generation of the world has turned me into an optimist, because they are the best connected, the most passionate generation that I think that we've ever had. And what we need to do is be able to create a platform so that they can be heard, because they have the solutions to some of the world's biggest problems.
I think somewhere here.
I'm inspired by these guys. That's what gets me up in the morning when I think about Earthshot. That's what's given me the motivation and the energy to keep going.
The younger generation of the world has turned me into an optimist.
And the community.
Let's see here. Give me a bunch of malarkey. What is that here? This woman is a neighbor of Jeffrey Epstein in Manhattan, and she saw a lot of important people come out of his apartment, especially Andrew. This thing is not about Andrew here. He's been saying the same thing for years, always going to create jobs, going to change the planet, going to make life better. The problem is the future he keeps talking about never arrives. It's all promises, projection, and PR. No outcome, no data, no measurable impact. The only thing truly sustainable about Earthshot is the endless talk. Great, but I guess he and his family are above the rest of us and can carry on using helicopters, hunting, have 6 houses, and close off public parkland and environmental center. Maybe you should have asked him about that. 1 million prize money is not going to go far. We need serious action on the climate crisis. What I thought the Earthshot was, yes, about climate, and then there are young people who's coming up with innovative way of solving climate issues. Okay, there are plenty of climate issues that's going on. So depending on those kids' interests and whatever it is that they created, he will help those young people. He will fund them to fund their project. That's what I thought. So all of a sudden, it's not a philanthropic, it's a commercial thing. William is doing his usual performative PR stunt to make himself look relevant. He is deluded as always. This is another one of his gimmicks, like ending the war in Middle East, homelessness in UK, and now saving the Amazon. What exactly is the purpose of going to Rio for his shit show? All right, so let me go to my next thing here. The speech, let's see, CNN interview. I think that's the one I just did here. All right, so now there's something I have regarding Harry. Let's go here. So did we finish? Did I share that? Okay, I'm going back and forth. Let's listen to this.
Father, the king.
Oh, yes, I did share that. Okay, he is a future king and a billionaire. That's the problem. Okay, I think I did all of this. Yeah, I did that already. Next tweet. Now, this is Harry, who's in Canada. He was invited. Go to some old videos that I have on PYTE, where I read some stuff from Sussex.com that explain his invitation to Canada. Okay, so this is a speech here. Damn, this guy is good. This is how you deliver a speech. He really is a king of heart. It's 1 minute and 46 seconds. Okay, so that's that here. True Patriot Love 2025 National Tribute Dinner. You know what I thought when I saw this and the invitation? Because, okay, I might be wrong. This is my crazy idea. My opinion, crazy opinion. Remember, Canada is a Commonwealth of the UK. The papers, okay, the British media, always trying to have Harry and William compete with each other. I'm just wondering if that invitation, you know, from them to have Harry in Canada was a way to have that kind of differentiation between the brother who's in South America and Harry in Canada. So when they do that thing, even though there was a purpose for Harry being there, and they know anything that has to do with veterans, Harry will show up. So I'm wondering, because they know the other brother's gonna be in South America, and the people who invited him, Harry, to Canada, to say, invite him for this. And so they could have something to talk about to differentiate the brothers. This is just my humble opinion. This is not to say this is what was the reason, even though it has to do with military, but it crossed my mind. That way the British media could have something to talk about to differentiate the brothers. Okay, so let's listen to Harry here. 1 minute and 46 seconds.
I think it's important that we once again address the blue-hatted elephant in the room. What was the elephant in the room? And now, I was going to do this in French, but let's just do it in English. I am truly sorry for wearing a Dodgers hat.
have a short video on PYTE where he addressed him wearing the Dodgers hat. Okay, it's a different video, not in this setting. Okay, so let's continue.
No excuses. There were 2 reasons for wearing it. First, our host that night, and those who haven't watched CTV News, this is important. First, our host that night was the owner of the Dodgers, and I believed it was a polite thing to do. And as Canadians, you would support that. Second, hang on. Second, the 900,000-watt floodlights shining down on an ever-increasing bald spot. And given that level of scrutiny, I think I'd even worn a Yankees hat. Okay, maybe not a Yankees hat, but you get the dilemma, right? As for my wife, well, she lives in Toronto for years and has deep affection for this city. So much so that many people around the world still believe that she is, in fact, Canadian. So I think hopefully you can forgive her, as a native Californian, for her Dodgers loyalty, even if just for one evening. But truthfully, and jokes aside, this city has always been a great deal to me. You provided me a wife.
Okay, so there's that. Maybe I'll put this in a short video by itself without me talking over it. All right, let me pause. Okay, the other thing, as I was listening to him, that few, maybe around here, where he's talking right on top of his head without looking in the note. This is an impromptu kind of thing to explain what happened about him wearing the Dodgers hat. I don't think it was part of his speech, but the thing that I got out of it is learning from Meghan to be this kind. Once you understand what you're gonna talk about, it's easy to be an impromptu, to add or remove some part of your speech in the moment once you feel the vibe of the room. Okay? But anyway, let me read some of the comments here. The smirk at the end after the crowd erupts when he says he's grateful to Toronto for providing Harry a wife is everything. Or he knows what he did. There's that. He comes across as authentic. And then let's not forget, he did explain everything. He was invited. And then he's saying things about, about his wife. And Toronto provide him a wife. My goodness, the way the universe works. All right, I think it would be good PR and great for men's mental health if he went to Turkey on a hair transplant. I can't imagine him bald. Well, he's already bald. He's not afraid. He's not shining away from it. Let's normalize improving our appearance if we have the means. Well, the thing is that he is comfortable with his own skin. All right, you may not like it, but this is the thing when you are confident with yourself. Harry is confident with himself. This is genetic and it's up to him if he wants to do it. It's nobody else's business to tell another human being how to improve their appearance. Appearance is just a minuscule of the whole human being. Women get work done, why not men? I'm sure balding bothers many men. Well, it bothers you, but it doesn't bother him. Let me see. There's 2 comments under it here. Okay, there's this. Exactly. There's no reason men shouldn't take care of their appearance the same way women do. Confidence is universal. There's the key here. He is confident with himself. Now, bald men are sexy, and Harry is at the top of the list of genders because there are some divining sexy black men that totally top the list. And when you look at women, for instance, when other people are telling them about their appearance, they go under the knife to do plastic surgery, and then at the end, they look like a freaking monster. So it's nobody's business to tell. Let me put that on. Let me respond to this. All right. So I had to really change a lot of things because I was running out of character. Okay. So this is what I said here. I understand your point of view, but I don't think it's anyone's business to tell others how to improve their appearance. It's obviously Harry is okay with his look. Women should take a cue from Harry because many women do things to themselves because of others have said about them. After surgery, they look like monsters. Okay, I could add the S now. Months, lowercase. I really shorten it, but I remove a couple things because I can't fit everything. All right, so there's that. All right, so let's leave that alone. You can, if it's, okay, there's two different things. If you're telling someone how to improve on their speech, how to eat, or how to walk better, maybe. But the appearance, this is something you're born with. You cannot tell somebody to change something that you were born with. Okay? It doesn't matter, there's other things that could arise from it because some people don't feel like they should be man or woman or something like that. I'm not talking about that. But the appearance, visually, your face, this is the first thing people see when they're talking to you. So you don't tell people how to change that. This should not be anywhere near the discussion. Okay? But if it's, for instance, the way things that you learn. You learn to speak, you learn to walk, you learn to change your attitude toward people and things like that. These are things you could change. But your appearance, this is a big no. All right? So women should take a cue from Harry. If he wants to do the hair transplant, that's great. That's fine. Because this is what he wants. But he feels confident with himself. He got the most beautiful woman marry him, who's accepted him the way that he is. What else does he need? Okay? If he's not trying to, please people for his look, he already got a wife. So that's good enough for him. The wife accepted him the way that he is. All right? So that's that. Let me read what's there and then go to the next one. Bottom up. He's a natural, a very funny guy. That was delightful. I hope there's another version with better audio. This man is so cool. His crowd work is top tier. No wonder Salty Island is breathtaking, copious over their loss of an amazing asset like Harry. Their idiotic loss is our gain. He's genuine like his mom was. We all see that and celebrate it. Her light still shines. He's become so comfortable on his own skin. There it is. A natural communicator. Doesn't have to spend the whole time head down reading a pre-written script word for word like some. Okay? I sort of mentioned it here. There's some impromptu part of things that he added in the speech. I could see that. Okay? This is how you deliver a speech, Kensington Royal. Look and learn. Okay? These are the things they could learn from. Harry's natural. He can see the funny side of things just like his mother did. Nobody took the piss out of Diana more than she did about herself. It's human. It's healthy. It's known as self-awareness and acknowledging you're not perfect. He's just great, and that's what hurts the others. Okay? He is a natural, unlike. Okay? The thing with the left behinders, they're trying to be perfect. They can never do anything wrong. They're trying to control the narrative. Everything about them is perfect. When people know human beings are not perfect. Oh my God. Just when I was just saying that. So this was on the list quite some time. I just never got a chance to record it.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.